All right, so my wife's Jeep Compass has begun exhibiting some weird issues where it's not turning on, it's laggy starts, and the car's 5 years old. I checked the battery and life on this car, and it's 3 to 5 years. So when I looked at the manual, so it's overdue. It's over 5 years old, and this Jeep has two batteries. It has this one, the main battery, and then this auxiliary battery. This is for the auto start. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys how to replace this cover here. I'll show you. It uses so take this cover off, get a speed piece too. All right, so the other thing that you can check is this battery should be 12 volts at rest, and it's 1140. So when you measure it, it should be, you know, a solid 12 volts, 14 running. GM technology, apparently this is the battery you need when you have a start-stop. It's an H5 AGM, so you guys know. This thing has 200 co-cranking amps. It's an AGM battery, AGM technology, which this is for the auto start. All right, so it's a 10 millimeter to remove this screw. So let's go ahead and take this one out. And you need to take both grounds off, this one and this one, for the auxiliary battery, because otherwise the car remains energized. There we go. So that's out now. All right, so it's a 13 millimeter socket for this one. So this comes right out, to the side. All right, so 2 Phillips head screws. Take this out. So to take this out, it's a 10 millimeter. Like that, we use either open end or close end wrench to make it easier. So now, then you just have to lift on it. But before I do that, this is a step I'm gonna take that you don't have to. But these contacts, I'm gonna use contact cleaner because again, no power in the system. I want to clean this all off with some contact cleaner. You really want to do this. You want to clean all these contacts. And now this just lifts right up. And you can push it to the side. Put it to the side. Push it. Put it to the side. So you'll be able to reach down there to get there too. So this is probably going to be the only catch-all right here. I'm probably going to go find a magnet so I don't lose the screw. So let's go ahead and get this off. This is for the strap, and after that we can get the battery out. Now go ahead and take this off. That's what it looks like. Move this over to the side. And then the next thing is there's a thermal blanket here. You got to take this blanket off. So you got to lift this out of the way. This is important just to heat out the engine. So there you go. Thermal blanket is off. Now let's lift this up a bit. This is really heavy. So battery pack first, and you do that by first taking off this tie down. But let's take out this 10 millimeter. That's the positive. So let's do that and then take off the tie down. All right, so it's important to note that there's 2 cables under here. So that's 13 here. All right, now you just gotta lift it up and lift this thermal blanket. So it's a shared tray, you see? So I moved into my shop just to show you. So you're gonna need a 4 millimeter socket because you gotta swap the post up. See, it doesn't have the post. So use one of these little stubbies. Alright, so now when you put it in, there's a little box down there, you see it? It's gonna sit in that box. Alright, so I always take advantage and I always wipe things down before I reassemble them because you're not gonna get this chance for another 5 years, possibly. So it's best to just go ahead and clean it all up now, Alright, so let's go ahead and put this in. Thermal blanket back on. Couple different ways to skin this cat. I'd probably put these on because you have easy access before you put the bracket on. Let me do that off camera because I need my other hand. So yes, put that on first, then put the bracket back on. It slides in behind here. Let's go ahead and tighten this down. All right, once you got the battery in, again, I recommend keeping the protector, the covers on. Just make sure you don't short anything out. The next thing is let's put the thermal blanket back on, and it goes in this. The next step after that is let's go ahead and put the tie down back in. And there's a little screw down here. All right, so after we go ahead and tighten this down, let's get this cover off here. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and attach this. So, when you tighten it, be mindful of these holes here, because this is where you secure the this plate down. Tighten this 13 down on the quick start. As you can see, it's live, the whole system. All right, now let's tighten this up. Turn right on. So she had been very laggy. It's like a and then the needles come back, you know. So if you're experiencing the needles and like a laggy start, and your battery's between 3 and 5 years old, this truck has 40,000 miles, my wife's Jeep, and yeah, you may need those batteries. So turn right over. No engine, no check engine lights, no battery reset like on the Porsche. So yeah, call this a win. Until next time, feel free to ask any questions below.